As if losing to Tennessee in Tennessee wasn't bad enough last night, today the fan base suffers even more as one of our own was seen putting on UT gear right there in Thompson-Boling Arena. This is completely unacceptable behavior. I mean, if it's me, I'm fighting everyone in the arena before I put that on. Oh, it's a tough look. Tough. Oh, that's hard to watch. Well, now I am joined by the man in that video, Baxter Jackson, a Tennessee grad who grew up in Tennessee, but says he's a Kentucky fan. Baxter, why'd you do it? Who hurt you?
Everyone. Deep-rooted hate, all against me. Awful. It's painful.
So my understanding is it was a bet. Obviously, you didn't just quit on the team in that moment. At that point, you would be a traitor. But we've heard you were honest and honoring a bet. Walk me through what exactly happened and how you committed to putting on a Tennessee shirt in Thompson-Boling Arena.
Yeah, so I was out there since 3 o'clock, waiting in line outside the arena, getting booed out there, getting all that from all the rowdy students out there. And we get inside and we sit down, and I stood up as I was sitting. I was sitting up. I was looking around for some buddies, and the next thing I know, I'm getting just poured on with booze, and everyone just shouting at me. And next thing I know, I see an usher, and he is like sprinting up the steps, asking for my student ID, and I pull it out to him, and I show it to him, and he gives them a little shrug, and so they start booing even more and yelling even more. And right at that moment, they have like a timeout kind of PA announcer. Like during timeouts, he comes out, yells at the crowd, all that good stuff. And he walks up to me and he goes, "Hey man, you want to have a little friendly bet?" I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Sure." And at that same moment, ties running on the court, top ends running on the court. I'm like, "Hey, they're back, they're healthy. We're gonna do this. I mean, ain't no problem. We just beat them by 30. We got this." And he says, "If Tennessee wins, I'll come up, bring you a shirt, and you wear it." And I shook his hand and I said, "Bet's a bet, so that's fair." And the rest was history. Yeah.
You were one little speck of blue in that crowd. Were they pretty rough on you early on?
They were pretty rough. They were pretty rough. There was about two others of us that were in the student section. I got buddies who were picking on me and whatnot, but then just random people picking on me and going at me. Lots of booze, lots of go back to Kentucky. A lot of just kind of like weird comments. They didn't realize I went to their same school, I guess to say, but it was kind of funny. But it was all in good fun, and like I wasn't bothered by it. So it was all in good fun, and growing up in Tennessee, I've really learned the rivalry and learned how much like this means, and so it is what it is, man.
So how did you become a Kentucky fan in Tennessee?
So my dad has been a Kentucky fan since he was a kid. He kind of grew up, watching them on TV in the basketball times, and so he actually took me to Rupp when I was 4 years old. And 4 years old, stayed at the hotel that connects to the Rupp, and we walked across that tunnel, went into Rupp, and actually kind of a funny story. We stayed for the Tubby Smith Collins show, and when we stayed, my dad was like, we were trying to get an autograph, we didn't get an autograph. We were actually a little we tried, and then one of the ushers at the game like actually like kind of like pulled me aside because we couldn't get one, and he kind of like brought me up on the court, and he brought me on the court, and I got to stand on the court and take some pictures. And ever since then, just been a huge fan. My dad was never a football fan, but I kind of turned myself into a football fan. So just been Kentucky basketball, Kentucky football through and through for a long, long time.
Well, I know you're catching it from your own people on social media today, and
Yep.
that is very much deserved. I did know I've seen you in the past taking grenades for Kentucky in that arena. There's a picture of you outside game day
Yep.
there as the only blue. So I just thought we owed it to you as a fan base to at least let you tell your side of the story. I'm not the judge. I can't decide what's next.
I get it.
I don't
Yep.
know. But
I'm up to people's opinion, so we'll see. I hope I can get a little grace back. I promise you, I don't. I dislike Tennessee just as much as they do. That hurt me, and I hope, like I said, I put on my Instagram. I was like, don't make a bet or don't make bets you can't afford to lose. And I wish I would have said that to myself before it happened. So
well, I'm glad you survived it, and I hope your skin is all still good from having to wear that.
about seven
Uh,
showers later. So
but you're on the right side for March Madness. Let's get this
good.
clear.
I can't wait. I'm on the right side. I wouldn't. This team, they're good, and I'm on the right side. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. I'm there.
Well, Baxter, I forgive you personally. I can't speak for everyone else, but thanks for at least explaining your side, so it's not as
Well, I
bad as it
appreciate
looks.
it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Good chatting with you, man. Let's get a go Cats so we know.
Go Cats, baby. Cats by 90.